Hey guys, today we're going to talk all about highlighters, and I am a big fan of highlighting the face. I think it can add an extra something special, especially with holiday approaching. I find that winter and fall are my favorite months to really break out the glitz and make sure that everything is looking really angelic and beautiful. I have a few different formulas, so this is not just going to be my top 5 powders that are highlighters. This is just top 5 must-have highlighters kind of across the board. And I have a bunch of different things to share with you and some tips, so let's dive on right in. First thing we're going to talk about, now this is not sold as a highlighter, it's actually sold as, I don't even know if you would call it a setting powder, but it is supposed to be used all over the entire face. You could do that. Now someone like me with oilier skin, I only like to use this underneath the eye to highlight the cheekbone and sometimes down the bridge of the nose. And this is the Hourglass Ambient Powder. I have talked about this before. I have used it in many tutorials, and a lot of you are asking, what do you think about the new palette that they brought out? Because this was the only one I had tried. This is Dim Light, and it's beautiful. I love it. There is something about the texture and how fine the powder is and how you almost can't detect any type of shimmer. It's so subtle, but it gives you that extra wow factor. There's just something crazy about it that is really, really good. I love it. So this is what it looks like. This one looks almost translucent. It looks like there would be no color in here. It adds just that little bit of extra glow. And the idea behind the powders, I think, was to look like you're in whatever light it says. Like dim light would be like you're in a dimly lit room and you look flawless. So the palette comes with 3 shades. It comes with dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. And they are all really beautiful. I think that they're just a hidden treasure in all the makeup madness at Sephora. This is something that really does work. So I love it, love it, love it. Something more affordable that is going to give you a strong highlight. Now, this is something that I would only use very sparingly, and you want to work this product the right way because if you get a little too crazy, you can screw things up. This was mentioned in my top 5 highlighters video that I did well over a year ago. I will link that below. Everything else is different, but this one made it in both videos because it has just been one of those superstar favorites that I have loved and just I will always love. So this is from Physicians Formula. This is Riviera Strip / Sand Bronzer. Now you can use this as eyeshadow as well. That's something I really like about this product. It is super pigmented. I like to take a dome-shaped brush like this, grab a little product, hit it right on the tops of the cheekbones. Now this one I will take a little bit up on the temple just because it creates a really nice glow to the side of that cheekbone. I don't really like to use this down the bridge of the nose too much. It creates too much shine. I wouldn't put it on the chin or on the center of the forehead. This is just a really intense highlight, so you want to use it sparingly. It's amazing, around 10 bucks. I love it. This is a highlighting, well, it's not sold as a highlighting pencil, it's just sold as a shadow pencil, but this is my favorite highlighting pencil. This is from Urban Decay. It's the 24/7 Glide On Shadow Pencil. And what I use this for is to highlight right above the lip to kind of give a fuller looking pout, or you can actually take this underneath a lipstick right on the center of the lower lip. That's going to create a lot of highlight and dimension to the lip and make everything look fuller. And this product stays put. It blends really beautifully and easily. It's not chunky, but it does stay put. I do like that. You can also rim the waterline. You can take this in the inner corner and it really brightens things up. I'll just show you right now. It's really, really easy to work with product. Some people are not crazy about the effect of kind of adding a little highlight to the inner corner. I think it's nice. I like it. I don't do it every day, but it's nice and fun and kind of opens the eye up a little bit. And you can definitely highlight the center of the eyelid as well, which is going to create a more round look to your eye. You could take this actually just on your finger and kind of pat it on the center of the eye. So you don't have to use highlighter just in powder form, just on your cheeks. There are many different ways that you can highlight. You can even highlight with concealer. You know, I showed you guys in my 5 ways to use concealer how you can take it underneath the brow bone. My 4th favorite highlighter is actually sold as a blush. You can find this at Ulta. This is from Laura Geller, and I have not tried a lot from the line, but actually trying this makes me want to try more because the texture of the baked powder is really nice. It's really fine. It doesn't come off as glittery or chunky. It blends really well. It's very goof proof, where if you do apply a little too much, you can kind of fan and blend things out and it's not going to look crazy. This is a baked blush in Peach Crumble. Now, the thing I like about this is you see a divide of color here. You can use this peach tone, which almost comes off just like a nude shimmer. So it kind of looks like your skin. If you have fair to medium skin, it will look like your skin, but with just a little bit of a sheen. It's not going to add a, overly frosty glow to the face. It's not going to add color. It's just going to look like a nice little bit of real life-like kind of glow. It's very subtle. You can build it up if you want it to be more frosty. You could also swirl the two colors together, which is really what it's meant to be, and create a nice blush. It will be on the shimmery side, which I don't like to take shimmer too much down here. When I do apply a shimmery blush, I tend to apply it a little bit higher. So keep that in mind, but this is just a beautiful product. I've really been impressed with this, and I don't think I've talked about this one before. Number 5 on the hit list, and I do apologize that there's only one drugstore item here. I haven't had a lot of luck with drugstore highlighters. If you guys have recommendations, please leave them in the comment section, because I'm looking for something from the drugstore that I can recommend that is a great highlighter. So that would be awesome. All right, so this is also something that is sold at Sephora, Nordstrom's. It's a high-end brand, NARS. I'm sure we've all heard of it. Not cheap, but this really is one of the most beautiful cream products out there, in my opinion. I usually prefer powder products as far as applying on the cheek for a highlight, and even for blush. I'm not much of a fan when it comes to cream products. I find them to be a little bit difficult to work with. When you're applying powder on top of it, things can tend to look blotchy, but if you don't apply powder on top of a cream, things can move about. So really, I personally think they're harder to work with. That being said, this particular product blends right into the skin. It almost has a little bit of a powdery finish. Now, the multiples, which that's what this product is called, it's a multiple. These come in a variety of shades. You can get some that are more bronzy. You can even get some that are more in the highlight, kind of more silvery highlight, more golden highlight. This one's kind of a pink, a cool tone pink highlight. And I really do love this. This is Maldives, I think that's how you say it. So I'll apply this kind of high on the cheek, and then I will blend it a little bit down and kind of pat it up. And it'll, when you're turning your head and moving about in real life, it just catches a little bit of light and looks really flattering. This also looks awesome on the lips. You can actually pat it right in the center of the lip, add a little bit of gloss over, and it's just gorgeous. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.